Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here. So we got breaking news. The Washington Commanders have traded for former All-Pro wide receiver Deebo Samuel. They traded a 5th-round pick for the wide receiver. We'll talk about it in today's video, including the total draft compensation, how much money the Commanders will be paying him, and why I think this is a solid deal for the Washington Commanders. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and that notification bell as well. So literally made a video yesterday talking about this, and literally just got up from a nap. There's a fire right outside my apartment, so it's crazy stuff going on. So if you see me looking to the right, that's why, but should be all good. Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated on that. But the more important things that are going on, Deebo Samuel traded to the Washington Commanders, and yeah, we talked about it in yesterday's video. I said the most I would give up is a 5th, and hopefully we, get some salary cap relief from it in terms of, all right, the 49ers are going to pay some of it. Well, we got some of that in terms of we traded a 5th-round pick for him, but the Commanders will be paying the full salary cap, or this full $16 million for Deebo Samuel this year. So I don't know, that part I don't love, but Deebo Samuel is definitely an upgrade for the Washington Commanders. Obviously had that big year in 2021, and this is a great point by JP Finley. A lot of screens and line of scrimmage stuff that Cliff Kingsbury runs, going from Diami to Deebo Samuel is absolutely huge. And, Diami, Zacchaeus, whoever you had out there is not as good as Deebo Samuel. I think you're going to be getting a motivated Deebo Samuel. I just made a video about Bashal Tootin, by the way, and why I think the Commanders would be a great fit for him. Go ahead and watch that, please. I think it's a great video after this. Someone that will help in the run game, though, is Deebo Samuel, who, gets, 200-300 yards rushing a season. And let's go ahead and look at his totals. So this past year was his worst year. Only had 700 receiving yards, not even. 3 touchdowns, and then also had like 136 rushing yards and 1 touchdown. Was playing hurt a little bit, just a little out of shape. I think we're going to get a motivated Deebo Samuel. He's going to play much better this year, hopefully. And if I trust anyone, it is Deebo Samuel. It is Adam Peters in terms of if he feels like Deebo is going to be good for the Commanders. I trust Adam Peters more than anyone. He has the connections with San Francisco. Not only was he there for a bunch of years, he was there every year Deebo Samuel was there, but he also knows a lot of people there still, has their contacts, and they're not going to lie to him. So, he probably has a good idea of what's going on with Deebo and how he's going to be this year, and I think it's a good fit for the Commanders. You add a good receiver to the receiver room, a guy that's much better than anything they had this year. Whatever you want to say about Deebo, he was out of shape, or he had some drops, whatever. He's better than what we had last year, and I think with an offense that the Commanders have, that I think is really well suited for him, and then also him being in better shape, I think that will be really good for the Commanders. I think Deebo is going to have a bounce back year. Is it going to be 1,400 yards like he had in 2021? No, and 6 touchdowns, but it's 14 touchdowns, including the rushing touchdowns. But I think he could have a 2023 type of season where he gets over 1,000 yards total from scrimmage. He had, 900 receiving yards, 7 touchdowns, 5 rushing touchdowns, and 225 rushing yards. I could see something like that. I don't think we need to give him a lot of rushing attempts per game. He got 42, 37, 42, and 60 over the last 4 years. I would like to see that number a little bit down. Give him a couple carries a game, but let him be a true receiver and give him those carries as a as a receiver, as a guy that's going to catch a screen, because that's an extension of the run game. So I do think this is a good move for the Commanders. I don't like that they're paying the full salary for him this year. That definitely decreases the cap space, but it is what it is. There were some discussions about Jonathan Allen in a trade with him, and you guys can probably hear the sirens, a lot of stuff going on right now, but John Allen, that was the talk if they were going to put him in the trade. It just didn't work out. I think they're going to try to move him. Maybe they can pay a little bit of salary because right now they got a first-round pick, second-round pick, third-round pick, and then, after that, they don't have anything until the 7th round. So I think they want to try to recoup some of that draft capital in those middle rounds. Maybe they'll trade back from the 3rd round to whatever to get some more draft capital to fill some of those holes. But Deebo Samuel's a dog, and a lot of the locker room teammates in the locker room really like him. It's just we did see that thing with Jake Moody where he was kind of putting him in a chokehold, whatever. Maybe his frustrations got the best out of him. We'll see what happens there, but I believe he'll be fine here. Hopefully the Commanders keep him in check. If that was a one-off issue, I don't know. 49ers fans can let me know in the comments section below. I think it's a good move for the 49ers. They get rid of a player that they wanted to, and they get draft compensation. They don't have to pay his salary. So that's for them. That's a good move. I think it's a good move for the Commanders, though. They get a receiver for pretty cheap that has a chance to be a Pro Bowl type of player, but he is aging a little bit. He's 29, so he's not super old. He's the same draft class as Terry, and he has had some injury issues every year. Not major injury issues, but like a couple minor injuries every year that keeps him banged up. So that's another thing to watch out for as well. So overall, I think this is a good move for the Commanders. You add a playmaker already before free agency. You add a playmaker to this offense, and a guy that really fits what the Commanders are doing, a guy that can, help you in the screen game, can help you, in short yardage situations and get you a lot of yards after catch, which, we don't. Right now, the only guys under contract are Terry and, Luke McCaffrey. So you add Deebo Samuel, and you can still draft a guy later if you want and then sign a veteran or two. They're not necessarily done with the receiver room, but it's much better, and a guy also helps out in the run game. And I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming he's a solid blocker as well. 215, 6 foot, 215 pounds. But yeah, he's gonna have to play better than he did last year. And I think Deebo Samuel's the type that he's gonna want to show people that he's still that guy. And we'll see what happens. But that's it for today's video. Gonna go ahead and check out what's going on outside. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy, and peace.